Hey, just wanted to do kind of a corrections video and a varieties video because I never really talk about that, and it's good, if nothing else, for myself to know this stuff. So from what I planted in May, I have 3 out of 3 big boys left. So the big boys are actually, excuse the mess, I got some new shipments in today. I've got big boys. So let me think. I think that's a big boy. You can see this is a big boy. I've been calling them better boys. So this is a correction and a variety. So I've got two. I've actually only got it looks like there's more big boys on the inside of this gate, but this is the only big boy, I think. What's happening is that these guys are going through and making it look like there's more big boys over there. But that's a big boy here. This, I've just had to water so much. Very small. To me, that's very small for tomatoes, but they've been doing good. Probably could have done a little bit better. This is also my other big boy. So big boy tomatoes, I've been enjoying them in pretty much like a sandwich with cucumbers, low carb tortilla, toasted. I'm just very simple and keeping it vegan. So with the cherries, this is probably my biggest pot that I have for the cherries here. And it was actually the latest start, but I think it'll probably be the latest producing as well. And then, so we've got on our inside all the other husky red cherries that we have. We have 5 out of 7 husky red cherries. So that's going to be that one back there. Again, it's kind of a mess because it's just we've got these trellises initially. We've got the little white plastic gates kind of separating and helping everything out. And then they've each got their own tomato cages. There's just a lot of support there. And these huskies especially have just been masters at, you can see this like vining around, and I tuck them in different places, but man, they just seek out the light. They don't go too high. They didn't really have a lot of stuff to hook onto. I got these in really late when I got my cucumber trellis, but you can see over here, like all just the vining in these really weird, it's like a circle there. And then over here, you can actually get a really good view. And that's because there's not a lot of light over here. This is by the house here. So that's why we actually lost the 2 that were somewhere in here. You can see actually one was right there, and one, yeah, that's right, the other one was in that pot. So they got like not enough light for tomatoes, but somehow the cucumber here is doing well. So anyway, staying on track. These are our other 2. Those are our other ones of the husky cherry reds. And like I was saying, you can see this one going up here, coming all the way over here, and just finding the light, moving. They're all moving towards the light. Wow, dirty fingernails. As a gardener, we know how that goes. But yeah, you kind of they get some morning light here, but then they're also reaching out for that afternoon sun, which is just around the corner. So my other prized possession from May is, this one cucumber that I've been raving about in a 3-gallon pot here that decided to go down, as you can see, and then go back up. And I did some pruning at a certain stage, and now it's up, 14 feet. I forget how many I'm at, somewhere around 16 cucumbers, kind of on the mini or medium small side, that I like to keep a watch on it, make sure that none of them are going overripe, not even one, because I know that will pretty much cease the cucumber production from what I've learned. And it seems to be working really well. I pick pretty much everything early so I can get it. This is about as ripe as you see stuff get those tomatoes right there, I will usually pick them. I'll pick them even when they're yellow because they will ripen up inside. So anyway, the cucumber here that you're looking at that went so high in the tree and has been producing well despite all odds all summer long is a burpless bush hybrid. So kind of that explains, why it's doing so well. So down here we actually have, these are just Bonnie, like Home Depot probably, green bell sweet peppers. This was kind of an experiment. I've never done well with those from seed. So in this raised bed, one of the things that I have misidentified at least 2 or 3 times probably is this silver ponyfoot creeper plant down here. It's kind of drought tolerant and it is a dichondria, not whatever else I called it before. So over here to the old earth box that's kind of on its side oddly for these strawberries, I got 2 of these berry basket pink strawberries because I finally killed my strawberries. They were, I think, ever bearing something that had lasted in this same spot. That might be my problem. Probably not enough fertilization. We did get some strawberries earlier in the spring, but of course it's just been so hot, so they're just kind of on pause, and I pruned them back. As you can see, we're still having issues with like slugs and roly-polies in here because it gets pretty damp. I tend to overwater with not enough sun back here. So yeah, berry basket, pink strawberries, not living up to whatever my other ones were, but again, it's probably my fault. So again, with the overwatering here and the not enough sunlight, we have the rosemary. Now this is either a big box or a burpee, and I want you guys to kind of compare this poor little guy that's getting not enough sun and possibly a little bit too much water for having to, not enough sun. Compare that with the other rosemary that you're about to see. So this gal is doing amazing. This gets a lot of hot ass afternoon sun, and I try not to actually water this too much even though it is getting afternoon sun. I have not been pruning this one. I'm going to take a nice harvest and try to keep this regrowing as a perennial if at all possible. If you have any tips on that, please let me know. But one of these rosemaries is a big box. One of them, both of them are big box stores. One of them is a burpee, one of them is a Bonnie. Unfortunately, I'm not sure which is which. So while we're up here in the front in the afternoon heat, we are going to take a look at this creeping Jenny. I've definitely misidentified this more than a few times in the videos, and it's a Lysomachia numeraria, something like that. I've really enjoyed it. It withstands the afternoon heat. I think it'd be spreading a lot more if it didn't get all this afternoon heat. It's fun. I like it. I love creeping things. They're just fun. So the Japanese pink spirea is been here for about 15 years at least, probably since the house went in. I'm not sure. The lavender is either Bonnie or early blue. It's been hanging in there. I've been learning a lot of lessons. When I first started this season, I didn't really know the characteristics of lavender, and I definitely killed at least one. I think the ones now might be kind of going dormant, but I should be able to save those. Some of the ones that were doing better now are not doing well. This is probably the best one I have right now. So yeah, either Bonnie or early blue. And this one is Diplodenia. This is a Rio Grande red. It's looking like it needs some water. So I am pretty sure that the sunflowers are the mammoths, giant mammoths or whatever they're called. And then the one that is over here, I believe, is an evening sun sunflower. So kind of keeping up with the theme here, I don't know what kind of zucchini I have either. It's either black zucchini or probably more likely, I think it's dark. It's just literally called dark green zucchini. That's the variety, guys. Gotta love it. Rocky. He does not listen and he does not like the camera. Hi, Rocky. You're so handsome. So you can see I actually redid the kind of rigging on the sunflower. Got rid of the step stool here. Let me show you the other one. You might have actually spotted it. It looked so much worse the other day, but I kind of showed you the top of it. Kind of leaning still a little bit, but I had it rigged up crazy, but I got some more dirt and compost in there today. Kind of got it up a little more long term. Very interesting, but seems to have salvaged it from after the storm. Here comes Rocky. He's having a good day. So I know you guys are all wondering about the cucumber trellis. So of course, this trend is that I just have not been keeping track of what I've planted. You guys probably saw that if you've seen any of the other videos. I'm like, I don't know what this seedling is. I don't know what this one is. I finally learned the lesson to label, like everybody says. These cucumbers here are either straight 8 or market more. Unlike the other one, which I think I already talked about. Yes. Burpless. The one over here is the burpless bush hybrid. So these are going to be different, but they're looking good so far. So we also have tender green. Well, our green beans, again, all over the garden, in the woods, over there in the raised beds, outside the raised beds in those in those cardboard boxes over there, like on the side. Going up here. We've got green beans literally going everywhere. This might be my #1 green bean plant. It's just standing up so tall all by itself. And so, yeah, I thought they were going to do more of that. So I might definitely have 2 different things here. I know we have a tender green bean garden. And then perhaps, could this be a tailored dwarf horticulture? That's literally what it's called. So I told you guys that I planted the little pea sprouts that I had going for microgreens. I kind of decided, like, unless it's the middle of winter, like, microgreens are just not really my thing. Look at this system I have set up here. It was just getting so much sun. So I really wanted to kind of block it at least a little bit. I've been big on, I got a paper cutter, so I've been like cutting up cardboard boxes and whatnot. So yeah, we've got peas everywhere. Like, we've got pea here, we've got a pea here. Don't you guys love my nails? We've got a pea over there. We've got peas, and then I don't know if you guys can see over there, more peas and lots of more peas over that way. Yeah, you can see it. So, and that may say chard, but the other side of it probably says peas. So anyway, a lot of peas going in, just went in. These, of course, I'm not sure, but I think they are all sugar daddies. What else do we have? The zinnias that I have, I think, not the zinnias up here. These zinnias that are about to die are just have all been, I don't think I've showed those so much because I never gave them enough love at all. I always had them, either in the, these boxes are actually doing the best right here. Like, when I've been showing you zinnias like that, the purple, the white, the yellow, it's just a mix. It's just a general mix that I got, not from seed, but the ones obviously here are from seed coming up. And I believe these are giant zinnias. A giant zinnia mix. So the begonias that I've been having and loving, we got our Regier begonias, the jalapenos. This is probably one of the, these are the two that have been abused the most. This one, I mean, they're producing. I tend to get so impatient, I just pick them. And plus, peppers are just like that. You just pick them when they're, young, so they produce more. That's the theory anyway. But again, too much sun, too much water, afternoon sun. I finally moved these to the back where they're getting a more normal, regular, and I need to fertilize too. I haven't fertilized enough. I've just been maybe at the best throwing a little bit of mulch and or tiny bits of compost on top. You can see kind of hilling it up there as I tend to do. So yeah, it's just jalapeno M on those. The spikes here, wait. That one, again, excuse the pizza box for my kids that I borrowed just to keep the heat and moisture trapped in here with lots of layers. This, actually, let's go over there. This is the Liop. It's a variegated Liop, and I've definitely misnamed this several times. This looks like, actually, I know I was talking about this the other day. This would be the Husky Red, which I'm super happy about. I was hoping that's what I got the splicer, the sucker off of, and still not sure about the other ones, but I should find out very soon. Got one back there that came from a sucker. Got one peeking over that edge. That might be all for the bigger. No, there's one over there too that's getting really big. That's a sucker. I bet it's a cherry, which I hope it is, honestly. I mean, either way, actually, I'm good. I've been really happy with both of them. It's perfect. So anyway, where are we at? We're talking about this guy that's unfortunately, look at this. We've got like little sprouts, little flowers, little pieces of like cardboard paper, leaves, things just like piled up to hold that moisture in. Also to attract the worms and the bugs and the ladybugs, the pill bugs and stuff that are going to keep this soil, because I am planning on using, some of this soil if I can to in the future. So the more we can protect the soil, the less nutrient loss, the better. It won't stay like this for but a few more days. Once this gets nice and soft, I'll probably just throw this away since a lot of this is colored and I haven't taken the stickers off. But you see how it's a little bit wet. It's holding, like, the insects are loving coming in here and getting drinks. And it just, again, adds to this microclimate effect that we're achieving by adding extra shade and adding extra cover for any moisture that would not evaporate as fast. Anyway, staying on track, this is the Liop. You can see I finally got a blossom. I'm so excited. Finally looked up what that looked like, because I just got it for like a cheapo, couple dollars spikes thing. But that's the Variegated Liop that I've been talking about. All of this purslane is taking off. I keep pulling it from the front where it's trying to go in the grass and again that afternoon sun. Woo, it's taken off. The ones these were the ones that were in the tiny little pots forever, and they're, I think, already doing better. But the ones that I'm just yanking up from down by the pool, this is a good survival food. This is a good, it spreads. You can see the area back here, nothing grows back here in this lawn. So long story, we got a bunch of mulch, a bunch of tree bark there because they dug up a tree last year. But this is the other, I think I'm just gonna honestly transfer this out of this box and let it go free so that we can have some ground cover here that's edible. It's native. I mean, as far as I know, it's native. But yeah, this is a Greek oregano that I've had, that I've been abusing with too much water, probably not enough sun. So I showed you guys kind of my sprout situation the other day. We've got sprouts going in a little mini greenhouse. We've got sprouts in our little, what will be our little, what do you call it? Like a covered, area for the winter. This is German thyme. we've got going on there. And all the sweet potatoes were just supermarket, like literal, not even probably organic. All of the lettuce, all the butter crunch is just butter crunch butterhead. All of the, if you see kale, it's blue scotch curled kale probably, or a giant, if the chard is giant Ford Hook chard, I believe. I don't think there's any ruby in there. There could possibly be some. Actually, I think there are some rubies. I'm not 100% sure. So the dandelion that I have is Garnet Stream. The turnips are Shogoin. The unidentified lettuces, nope, that's kale. It's garlic, grocery store garlic. These lettuces are black seeded Simpson. And then the other ones, like I said, are Butter Crunch Butterhead. The carrots that are not coming up are Scarlet Nantes. The grape that I showed you way out there is probably summer grape. The kale, actually, I'm not sure if I said Blue Dwarf Curled or Premier Forage. Not sure what this tomato is because I didn't keep track, but it looks bad now, but it looks better in the morning. Hopefully it hangs on. I feel like I might lose a couple of these, and honestly, I'm not sure if they're what I want to take up the space anyway, so I'll be continually kind of rearranging and going from the flow. The ginger, of course, is also just grocery store ginger. So I think that's pretty much it, guys, on the corrections and the varieties. So if you have any questions, let me know, and hope you enjoyed this. Again, if all else fails, this is good information for me to have at my fingertips. Again, back there, not sure, Regier begonia, and probably two of the mammoth kind, but I had a lot of sunflowers going out. I just don't know what most of them are at all. So anyway, I'm as you can see, more of like an exact science type of a person, and more of just to kind of figure it out, play it by ear, and experimentation. Experimenting is where it's at with gardening, especially because there's so many factors with each of our areas and our locations and our, what's available to us. So take care, guys. Talk to you soon.